Hi, Virgo. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. How are you doing today? I'm here to bring you your April tarot reading. Just in the nick of time, too. I could have done it yesterday, but I didn't want to do it on April Fool's, just to be sure. So, you had two cards that jumped out, and you had the Five of Swords and the Fool card. This is really interesting, actually, because in the Five of Swords, it looks like someone's been broken. You know, this person is a broken soul. They feel invisible, in fact, and this person holds the very broken part of them in her hand, in their hand. Okay, this person is very motivated and wants to be noticed, wants to be seen, heard, whatever. But anyway, this is a situation I feel that there is a new beginning to. There is a new beginning for at least one of the people in this situation. Something new is about to begin, a whole new chapter. Maybe you were this person that was broken. Maybe you were this person that felt someone took a piece of you when they left, or whatever, or when you left. But you're off to a new beginning now. You realize that you're the flower. You're the flower that made that person feel bright. Anyhow, so new chapter starting, Virgo, new chapter. And right in time for April, the new beginning to the universal calendar, spring in the northern hemisphere, and good things to come. In the past, you have the Tower in reverse, the King of Cups, Six of Cups, King of Pentacles, and then Judgment. So I love that you have the Tower in reverse to begin your whole reading. And this suggests stability, easy transition. You may be going through a transition, but it's going to be a lot easier than you thought, okay? And this transition could be to do with a King of Cups. This could be a water sign around you, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, or could be this energy of the King of Cups. And the energy of the King of Cups is very deeply emotional, not that they're disturbed or anything, but they get very affected, could be empathic even, they feel things greatly, okay? But at the same time, they also feel at a distance from people. But anyway, I feel that you could have had some sort of emotional turbulence go on with someone, and there's some sort of transitioning happening with you here. I think that you could come out of this feeling a little touchy at first, a little touchy, but you're going to get by. You're going to get by. It's someone from your past, I think, that there could have been some sort of disruption or something like that, and now it's smoothing out, okay? I also see that you're feeling, because I feel like this is kind of you here, Virgo, the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles feels on the top of their game. They feel very successful. They're looking for bigger and better conquests and all that. But yours was actually in reverse. And I don't think you're looking for that. I think you're looking to rest now. I think you're not not that you're not going to do anything. You have conquests and all that. But you may want to take a break or enjoy your success for a little while before you move on to your next, because you're getting ready for something, that is for sure. But I'm wondering if it's a little more on an emotional journey than it is on a journey to seek success and fame and all that. You also end this row here with the Judgment. And the Judgment is when we get it, when we understand why we had to go through it, what we needed to learn in this lesson, or what we were dealing with at the time. And there's something to do with relationships of the past. This not necessarily just people that you once know. You still know them, you know what I mean? This could be family, friends, people that are close to you in those first two rings of your close circle, and so you may have had to go through something with your relationships, and you got to the judgment and you realize why you had to go through them, what you needed to learn, and you've learned it because you're into the Fool energy now. Is the world here? Let me have a look. The world is not here. I'm kind of surprised because normally in this situation, the world is when you're ready to move on. So you may be lingering here for a bit, but you're definitely ready to go on. You could be um, going back to school. You could be trying to further your education, or um, because you may want to re-enter the work world. So maybe you're deciding, you need to take a break. You want to learn something different at this time. Because, like I said, the Fool is a whole new chapter, a new beginning, and possibly something you've never done before. Never. Okay. Maybe you've never lived on your own, or maybe you've never been maybe you want to be a singer now, and you've always worked in a factory, or I don't know, but you're definitely going for it. You're going for some training, I'd figure. Okay. You also could have worked in an institution, for an institution, in some form, and that's what you're breaking away from, that type of work, that rigid structure sort of thing. You're wanting something more free, more expressive, I think, creative. So you're kind of looking to see what's out there for you in the world. What's there for me now? Because I feel like you don't think you're an exact fit into a lot of these columns that might be there of, we need this type of person, that type of person. And you're thinking, oh, I don't really fit in that. I don't really fit in that. And I don't really want to do that. So you're figuring out where you fit, what's there for you. And it's really key to ask, what makes you happy right now. You didn't go out through all that for nothing. So I feel like there could be an opportunity. You could have a meeting, a possible partnership, a possible opportunity. Also, it could have something to do with teaching or guiding others. Okay. And it may be delayed for some reason. You may not be like, you could be training now to begin something in 3 months or 3 weeks. I feel like a three. Okay. So April, May, June could be a June thing beginning for you. Okay. Or July, even, like right around June, July, but it feels like you have to accomplish something, finish something, learn something. You could be going through a program or something like that. And when you're done, then you can go out and seek your own um, adventure in that area. Okay. I also feel like you may be doing this alone. All right. Not You may not be in a partnership, you may not be in a business partnership, whatever this is. I feel like you may be doing it on your own, and you feel you have to. It's like from scratch. You have to do it from scratch. Okay. Um, I also feel like you may not have the support of others, or the support of the industry, whatever industry that is, because maybe you're not going along with how they say it should be done or should go. Maybe they say, oh, you need to go through 7 steps before you can be one of those, and you're saying, well, actually it should be 5 because 7 is a little ridiculous, and you might be changing it, and this is totally against their grid, something like that. I feel like it's you may not be supported by the industry, whatever the industry is. Hi, LA, how you doing? And so there could be some sort of communication breakdown between you and someone, you and the industry, you and uh, others, and they may not get where you're coming from. They may not get your idea. They may not get how your concept. But don't worry, that's okay. They just can't wrap their head around it right now. Give people time, and I think it will come, okay? Um there's something about it could be have something to do with Mercury retrograde too. It's like that's why you need to wait the 3 months, because people just can't wrap their head around things, during this time for some reason, okay? There could be too much distraction, confusion, something like that. Make your language very, very clear, simple, easy, okay? Um, I definitely think you've got something you're probably saving up for, putting money aside, or this is an idea that you're keeping all to yourself, and you also, it could have something to do within the country. You could be moving to the country, saving up to move to the country. I feel like it's remote. It could be even a job that deals with remote areas, something like that. Okay. There's something about it you're not really sharing. You're keeping to yourself. You're. I think you're really, really focusing a lot of your time and energy toward this endeavor. Okay. I also feel it's like a very new thing for you. You have to try new things to see what's going to work with it. You're because it's a new thing for you, and you don't know all the automatic things. Oh yeah, you never take that out with you, or you won't need that where you're going, or you know what I mean. Whatever you're doing with it, you may uh, buy every tool because you think you'll need them all, and you only need 4 or 5 all the time, this sort of thing, okay? You also have the Queen of Cups here. You only have two people in your whole reading, and they're both cups. They're both water signs. You have both the King and the Queen, and they're represented in their own sex, like the King is male and the Queen is female in these examples. And I think that what you're formulating, what your idea, what you're trying to do has something to do with helping others, healing others. It's helping in some way. I feel like it's nurturing, helping. um uh the flow of feeling is really what I'm feeling here, okay? Connection, okay? Helping people connect in some way, all right? But it's on an emotional level. I feel like you may have to really balance your finances and your time and energy to be able to pull this off. Again, there's something about keeping something to yourself, keeping something that you're not going to share, that you're not going to divulge, that you're not like you're trying to stay ahead of the game. You're trying to keep ahead of the industry and the where it's going kind of thing. But I feel be careful too, because there may be people trying to steal your ideas, but that's okay because we all do. Don't worry about it. We all do. It comes down to personality and service these days. who you are and the kind of service you give is really what people want. So I think that's what you should really focus on, okay? Don't play follow the leader. Don't do that. Don't do what everybody else is doing just because everybody else is doing it. You should be doing your unique thing. And you know what? Like I said, at first, people don't catch on, they don't grasp, they don't get it at first. But when they do, they do. Okay. And it's so good that someone else thinks, geez, that's a good idea. And they may try and do a spin on it or something like that. Okay. But you don't have to worry because, like I said, it has something to do with who you are. It's a lot of times quality and integrity, you know, go a long, long way. So tell me, for Virgo, Ace of Cups. Now, I do need to address this, okay? Because a lot in this reading has to do with career and where you're going in your life. I think there's a certain amount of healing that you've gone through as well because you've had to go through some sort of transition in relationships, okay? And I think you're getting ready to connect again with others, in your own family and circle, but also you're going to help others do this. But look at this, Ace of Cups. And Ace of Cups is going where you're more wanting to connect, you're more open to love, forgiveness, all that stuff, and you're open to relationship. You could have been closed to it. You could have kind of had that, you know, closed for the season sign up in a way and not really putting out those vibes. But I feel like you're ready, and spring is in the air. When spring is in the air, we all have a little bit of spring fever. And I think you're feeling it too, Virgo. You might be ready at this time for a relationship. You do have two twos here, and twos are about partnership, relationship. You also have a lot of cups there. You're wanting to connect, I think you have been keeping to yourself a lot, perhaps in the past, but you're wanting, again, like I said, you're wanting to connect now. You could be feeling lonely. You got to get out of the house or you're going to go crazy, cuckoo. I think you do feel very secure, but I think it's people you miss, Maybe that's in your new endeavor. Like I said, you're wanting to be more connected. Tell me for Virgo, what do they need to know? Come on, tell me now. With this Ace of Cups here, there is one right there. That was like just temperance. So the balance, about keeping the balance in your life. And the thing is that you don't have to worry, Virgo, that you're going to get hurt, that people are going to sting you, that this is whatever happened before is going to happen again, because you're going to keep that nice balance in your relationships, where you are sympathetic and supportive, but you're not too much involved. I am here if you want to talk, but I can't fix it for you. I can't solve it for you. And so that's how it is in relationships. And then in our life, it's about bringing some more balance. If we work too hard, then have a little more rest and a little more fun. If you don't eat that well, then welcome some more fruits and vegetables in your life. You know what it is. You know what it is. I don't have to spell it out for you. It's of moderation is the key in temperance. Whatever it is to deal with, your relationship, your appetite, what you're doing with your time, your money, moderation is the key. Not too much of anything. Okay, it's got to be all the right, just like a recipe. You can't just use just all flour. It's got to be the right amount. key ingredients. And this is the Five of Swords showing up. So the Five of Swords is the first card, and the Five of Swords is the last card in your reading. Okay. And again, this is about someone. This is yourself or another, or a relationship that you're having to try and stay out of, to try and not moderate. You want to be sympathetic, but not, too involved, like I said. But anyway, if you're not involved, this is a situation where this is hurting someone with words. I like to say this is a victory, but at what cost? You may lose a friendship, win the fight, but you lose the friendship. In order to be right, who needs to be right? What is it that important to you or them? Okay, because I'm not sure who it is here in the situation. This could have caused you to leave in the past, and you'll leave again if it got to that kind of degree. You're not going to let anybody bully you or put you down or anything like that. I don't really think you've had a lot of this but there could be a particular someone. It could even be a Sagittarius, because you have two water signs here. I see. Doesn't have to be. It's a lot of emotional energy, and the emotional energy goes both ways. At first, you were leery, you were distant, and now you're wanting to connect. Okay. And then sometimes the temperance represents Sagittarius, but it's about keeping that kind of even flow, not to be too involved, not to be not involved at all, And because we can get caught up into something easily, we got to be careful. And also, you or the other person may not have a very good filter. So they say exactly what they think. Be careful what you ask, because you may not like what you hear. The answer that you get may be brutally honest, okay? Or you are given this brutal honesty, one or the other, okay? But you're wanting to connect with people that are more balanced. You want that balance, you want that peace, that moderation. You want to be able to say what you think and what you feel without being reprimanded or attacked, or geez, you asked me what I thought, I'm telling you, and now you're mad. It's kind of thing. Like, it's, you don't want to be in those kind of dynamics. But on the other hand, I don't think you really want to be back down from that either. You're going to draw your line, but this is what you want, is the balanced relationships. You are also, I think you may be looking at getting out of the city. You might be looking at that I'm not saying that's going to happen June, July, but you might be starting to think about that. You might want to get out on the rim, the rim of the city, or a little bit more distant, because there's something, I think that you can see and feel this this empty thing in others, okay? Empty thing. We're not being aware or being sensitive or something to people's feelings, their insides. We're just seeing their outsides and their clothing and their hat they're wearing and all that, or they are, or I don't know. But anyway, and so it's about that, recognizing that everybody has their sensitivities. We all have a heart. We all have feelings, struggles, and all that. So I don't know. You're getting through that part of with people, and I don't think you're carrying it anymore. You're able to move on. You're ready to make connections, and you want balanced relationships. Like that's that balance again in the temperance, eh? You want balance. You want relationships with people that you can say how you feel and they're not upset. It's like, oh, really? You think that way, huh? Okay, I never thought about it that way. And it's just that kind of thing. It's not a threat sort of thing. Okay. Wow. A lot came out of that. Um, um, you're definitely heading into a new chapter that you're really excited about, and you're becoming more open and accepting and welcoming. You might even talk to whoever you talk to, like you might talk to Mother Earth, the Creator, Grandmother Moon, maybe Grandfather Sun, who knows who you God. And I don't know if you ever have an out loud conversation with that person for you, that entity. But I do sometimes. And I say that. This is what I say. I say, I'm open to receiving this. I'm open to understanding, and I'm open to kindness. And so, say it out loud, talk to that, ask for that, manifest that, grab that into your life, pull that in. Someone was telling me they make a positive um, motion, energy, saying, and then they pull it in. I like that idea. I pull that right into me. So, anyway, this is really great. So, let's see what your affirmation is for you. Whatever the transition going on here for you, it's smooth for you now. It's smooth. Oh, I like that. I like ye. These are all good though. I attract abundance. That's one affirmation. I am brilliant. I am brilliant. So both very nice. And for those of you that are trying to attract what you want in your life, abundance is what makes us feel good. We feel like we have a good life. It's not a rich life. Doesn't have to mean riches. It means abundance. I have family and friends and food, and I have fun, and I am brilliant, and that's to increase our confidence about how we think and our capability, our intelligence, our genius. I should write that one. I am a genius. Wiley Coyote. For any of you old people, you'll know who I'm talking about. I'm sorry to call you old. I'm old, so I know who that is. Okay? So, anyway, guys, I hope this helps. I have no filter. Yes, it's true. And I'm sure that you don't mean to. I'm like that too, like don't ask me yes. Acme. Don't ask me how you don't ask me how I feel or what I think about something if you don't want to hear, because I will say, and even touchy stuff. I'll bring up a touchy thing that really bothers me. And it's like, I'll say to you, you open the door. So we have to say that to ourselves too. We have to be careful what we ask, what we say to people, because it could open a door now, especially. So, but it's also good to have people that you can have those conversations with, that nobody gets upset. We all feel differently, and that's okay. That's okay, right? So, anyway, I really respect how you feel. however that is. So I hope you have a great month, Virgo. Let me know how it plays out. I'd be interested to know. You could have someone new coming into your life that feels the same way you do. The King and the Queen of Cups feel the same way. They connect, they understand each other, right? So there could be someone new coming in on the love front, but I think that you're becoming more open to relationship, to having people in your life. And I think love will be one of those people, but I think you're just being like, I'm gonna hi and say hi to people and good day, and you know what I mean? Like that good feeling. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Hi, Chili. Very nice to see you. I don't believe I've ever met you before. Nice to see you. I mean, in the chat, that is. I'd remember that name. Anyway, um, have a great month, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks, probably about a week or a week and a half, for the Cartomancy. All right, take care. Bye, guys.